Okay, come on this way, guys. Let me introduce you to a very important guy on the set here. This is Julio. He's the security guard for Soundstage 44. He has been nice enough, they're working on the set right now. Lucky you. He's been nice enough to let us run around the sets for Crossing Jordan. You can take all the pictures you like, guys. Just don't take souvenirs because Julio will shoot you in the back. He has no problem with that, all right? So, Crossing Jordan, let's talk for a second about where we are. Look at this. This is a soundstage. You've seen a lot of them today. This is what they look like on the inside. How you doing, man? Now, when you rent a soundstage from us, you get 4 walls. That's it. Everything else, you bring in yourself, you rent from us, or you build it from the ground up. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, this is how we run into a lot of debt here on the set. Is there a trash can? Oh, okay.
It's the office building.
Okay. So, one of our smallest sound stages on the lot, a little bit larger than a bedroom, but high ceilings, is about 30,000 in the room. So, for instance, this takes place in the Boston morgue. Everything that is filmed in that morgue will be filmed at the same time. Let's say we reserved this for 3 weeks. 2 weeks of it is spent building it. The 3rd week, we have to film everything, whether it's at the beginning of the movie, end of the movie, or the middle of the movie at the same time. If we go 1 minute over, we're paying for the next day. That makes sense? So have you ever seen Erin Brockovich?
Yeah.
You ever notice when she goes to the office, her hair's shorter and lighter? When she's in the house, it's darker and longer. That's because the house was filmed all at the same time, and it goes like this through the whole movie. The thing is, we only had the house for so many days, and she had to film everything. Her hair was a little bit longer and darker than she goes to the office, which is the next day. So sometimes we'll have our actors on the set and we say, okay, great, we've got it, back to your trailers, actors. 20 minutes, we're gonna film the death scene 20 years from now. So the actors have to turn around, learn the script, be back on that set, and they have to be in the moment right there. The house is a shambles and they're 20 years older, like that. Make sense? So sometimes you will see some inconsistencies, but hopefully everybody has done everything very well and we have plenty of time and it all goes great. This is where we find the body at the beginning and we reconstruct how the person met their death. Does that make sense? So it's got Jill Hennessy, Miguel Ferrer, Jerry O'Connell are the stars. We have great also character actors like Raji Kapoor and Steve Valentine. First thing I want to show you guys, the bricks. They're not real bricks. Look here, the floors, not real marble. These are real walls. They're what the French call a facade. It's a French word, it means a false front. We have lots of false fronts in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Pamela Anderson, Jenny McCarthy.
I got that on
here. I
tape.
love to show this. Come on inside here. Right through here. I love to show everybody the elevators here. All right, this is pretty cool. This is the elevator that goes absolutely nowhere. Now on Crossing Jordan, we had a little bit of a boo-boo because we built out into the fire lane. So if you can see up there, that's the elevator. It's hanging above the set. It's a pain to bring it down here and actually film on it. So on this show, you see a lot of people waiting to get on an elevator. You see them getting off the elevator or stepping right inside the elevator. You won't hardly ever see a scene inside an elevator because if you do, it's filmed across the street in our fake elevator because we built in the fire lane. I love this too because somebody stands back here and when they push that button, they open these doors and then they close these doors. And that's what they do. That's their job. That's what they get paid for. So much of filmmaking is so very difficult that we make it as simple as possible whenever we can. This is one of our lighting instruments. This is an arc light that they're getting ready to take up. Why I love to bring you on Crossing Jordan is because everything here, as heavy and as permanent as it may look, is actually mobile. Everything moves. Look at the walls here. Have you noticed there's no ceilings? That's probably the first thing you notice. Okay? There's no ceilings here. This is why we don't film in a hospital, because we would have to tear the ceilings out to get our lights in. Make sense? It's cheaper to build this from the ground up than it is to tear up an old hospital and fix it when we leave. All the walls have chains on them and ropes, as you can see there. We can lift any wall out and drop any wall in, completely changing the set. Now usually a set is basically this hallway and that's it. That's why I love this set. It's very intricate. They're setting up right now, they're setting up pipes in there, stuff for lighting instruments. This is the conference room. We can also bring that wall out, drop a mirror in, and a lot of times it doubles as the interrogation room.
Yeah.
Here,
He's
guys.
like Grissom.
This is really cool. On dramas like Crossing Jordan, especially police dramas and hospital dramas, you'll see all these files. All these files, right? This is Cindy Vortekin's file. Poor Cindy Vortekin, there's nothing in her file. Look at this. All just blank paper. Nothing in there at all. We only build what the camera needs to see, and you're never going to see Cindy Vortekin's file, so if she wasn't dead when she got here, she is now. Because there's nothing in her file. And God help you if you ever need to know anything about, what is this? CME stats, okay? I really hope not, because there's nothing in there. It's just all... And a lot of times, a lot of things that you see on TV shows or movies, you'll see wanted posters, you know, with the mugshot on them, or a car or something. That's never a real person. We can't put a real person that's wanted for a crime on the wall. It's harassment, right? So it's always like an inside joke. It's like the director's wife or their kid or somebody on the set. If you watch the final episode of Friends, did you watch, anybody see that?
Yes.
In the coffee shop there. In the coffee shop, the final episode, all the patrons of Central Perk were all the film crew and set crew that worked on the show the entire 10 years. They took them off. They said, go ahead and have a seat here. We got the regular film crew for that. So they'd have something to show their family. For the rest of their life, they'll always be in that last scene. So it's kind of nice. It's a lot of inside jokes though there. This is the forensics lab. What are the chances of us walking through? Is that okay? No? I think it's just right here. Okay, sure, they're just working, but well, come on. Okay.
So they were brought this in from what? There's a place in LA that has medical supplies and they just
We
rent.
just buy no, we bought these. These are ours. Because Crossing Jordan's been on the show 7 years, 8 years. Come on in, guys. This is the forensics lab. Look around you, it's kind of cool. It's like a real hospital. Notice how the refrigerator is backlit there. Kind of interesting. I had a real forensic scientist on the tour one time, and I mean, there's junk in the middle because they're cleaning, they're resetting everything up. We take pictures, millions of pictures of the set, and every time we're ready to film again, we hold it up and make sure that everything is right where it was last time. It's a continuity person's job. That's what we call continuity. So sometimes you'll see, you know, a movie and they're sitting there by this thing, and then you come back and this thing's over here. Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
That's the continuity person's problem. That's to make sure it was in the right place. But the forensic scientist said, this is exactly how it looks. Like, everything here is real equipment. Everything is stuff that you will find in a hospital. Some of it's outdated, but you can find that in a real hospital as well. Whoops, what is this? Wait, hang on. Lead actress in that episode, she's actually going to be an extra the next episode. And what we're going to do to her is just simply this. We go there, and you just have this open. And then maybe next week you get this with just a toe tag. Does that make sense? Sometimes she'll be in the back, sometimes she'll be in the front. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, exactly. So we use her over and over and over again. Here's a little homeless guy. We found him a little late. He was buried. So he doesn't look so good. He's burnt. He's a crispy critter. He's no, he's not the one that. This guy was buried. That's his deal. He's got mud and stuff on him. He's not one of our more realistic. And her face isn't one of the more realistic, but actually I remember this one. It wasn't the face that they were worried about, it's the lower part. She had a boob job on the show, so that was the face.
Oh, yeah.
So if you raise this up, she's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate.
There's still blood on the
She
sauce?
looks a little scared. Something terrified her. Yeah, the blood is Karo syrup and food coloring, usually. And a little bit of paint.
It's sweeter.
They don't do that then.
This is another homeless person that they found a little late off the shoe. We got very nice shoes for a homeless.
This is what I make it.
And there's a little kid who got hit by a bus, knocked his shoe right off.
Because they're dead.
He's not very happy about it.
Oh, look, it's got the frozen cards.
Yeah, oh, that's really cool. Open that for me.
It's empty, isn't it?
Oh, it's pie.
Again, we only build what the camera needs to see.
Sometimes they do.
Open it.
Some they do open it, and what we would do is attach this gurney to it and just roll it in. That's all that you need to see. The rest of them don't open.
Oh, he looks like he lost his pants.
Yeah, he lost his pants in a fire. He lost everything else. It looks like it.
I didn't get much to start with.
Something interesting on the show, guys. Any window you look out, you're going to see the 7th floor of the Boston skyline.
Yeah.
We think of everything. So we've taken a panoramic view, a picture of the Boston skyline, exactly where this building would be. We've blown it up and we put it on these shower curtains. We have one at night, and if you look, oh well, it's around the corner. One during the day. We just fold it out, and anywhere you look on the show, it's going to be the Boston skyline.
Did you get the dead bodies?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
she got a few
The
of them.
kids?
Oh, yeah. So when do they come back to work?
They're working now. They're
They are.
across the street filming.
Oh.
Yeah. We're just in the part that they're not. Sometimes we take the windows out, and sometimes we just create a set that looks like that. Come on in here, guys. Got everybody in? Get the actress's name, Lily Lebowski.
Yeah.
I forget her name though. The actress that plays her. She's got red hair. Right?
Yes.
It even smells like,
Like dead bodies. No, that's cleaning. They're cleaning. This is Lily Lebowski. She's the grief counselor on the show. Okay? This is her office. Now, please understand, a real person doesn't live in this office. There's no ceilings. This is an actress that comes in and plays Lily Lebowski. So as you look around this office, you can see a lot of interesting things. Remember, I told you, we're ruining movies for you. The next time, before the actor even moves into space, just look at their space. Look at their surroundings. This is what detectives do. And they get paid a lot for this kind of stuff. This is what our set designers do as well. Look at the stuff on her desk. She's got like a cute little kitty here. She has a little fuzzy bear back there. She's got a teapot, a Buddha, so she's probably religious or at least spiritual, right? She's got the chimes back here, so I'm going with spiritual. Okay? You know, she's got the little CD with like calm voices and calm music back here. So, and then, you know, some cute stuff. So either she's cute or she likes cute things. So she's probably a very like positive, very nice person. And then if you look at her desk, they'll always give it to you somewhere. Look at that. It's a person that thinks with her heart. Right? They show it right there. It's not a real cerebral person. She cares about emotion. She cares about feelings. You learn all of that stuff. Look right here, guys. This is where we came in, and this also closes up in case we're ever shooting in this hallway. So this is one of our elephant doors. And you see everything is mobile. Now, you have any questions about Crossing Jordan? Cool. Thank you so much, Julio. We're gonna take off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a little tunnel, guys. Happens all the time in Southern. This is what it looks like with all the logs and purposes.
Late word just in. Active destruction continues east, causing thousands to flee their homes. Police admit that they are powerless to stop the enraged beast. Military units are rushing to the scene. The beast was last sighted near the 200 block of Old Fulton Avenue. We now go to live coverage on the scene with our helicopter reporter, Kelly King. Kelly.
Kelly King's a big star out here. The Kelly King's daughter.
Wait! There's a trail of people down there! We've got to go down and warn them! Attention, people on the trail! You are in danger! We repeat, you are in danger! What happened to their headphones? You have to start to see the alarm!
And there's your smells, Mom. Can you smell the bananas? Now, as you can see, King Kong's had a little plastic surgery since the last time we saw him. But it's Hollywood and he wants to look down. There we go. We used over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to build Whoville. And what's Christmas without candy canes, right? Well, we used 1,938 of them. Got a picture? You can get up here. Just go ahead. We're not going to run away. Send you flying to the back there. 1,938 of them. This is where Martha Mayhew lived. Remember where she put all those Christmas lights up with the lickety-split Christmas machine? And then Cindy Lou Who. Now every Who and Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but there was one next door who did not. And I'm not talking about the Grinch either, I'm talking about their other neighbors, Norman Bates and his mother from the movie Psycho. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the two most famous sets still standing in all of Hollywood. The Bates Motel and the Psycho House. Psycho was created back in 1960 by suspense legend Alfred Hitchcock.
Didn't they do a Fear Factor on here?
They did a Fear Factor right here, but the second they stepped inside, that was a studio. It wasn't here. Do what?
I know.
Yep. A lot of things changed in 1960 when we created Psycho. You've never seen a toilet before in a motion picture until Psycho, oddly enough. The first bathroom lock went on a bathroom door the year after Psycho came out. Now, Alfred Hitchcock was known for getting his way, so they ordered over 87 cuts to the final scene of Psycho, and he said okay, and he sat on this movie for 3 weeks, changed nothing, resubmitted the exact same film to them, and they sent him a note saying, thank you for making all those changes. As we round the corner, this is one of the most colossal sets ever built at Universal, and definitely the most expensive. This is the crash site from Steven Spielberg's epic spectacular War of the Worlds. This is the reveal scene, here you go, where Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning are hiding from the aliens. And they come out of their house, which is that staircase one right there, and this is the destruction they see. That is a real plane you're looking at right there. It was destroyed specifically for this film. Now, a lot of people think that it's broken up in 3 pieces because that's the way it crashed, but it's not true. We used over 10 tons of trash on this set. 60 tons, I'm sorry. Over $10 million just to create this set, which was less than 5 minutes in the film. That plane was broken up in 3 pieces, though, so we could get it here. It's the only way it would fit on trucks. And then on the end, you'll see the tail. That was flown in with a helicopter. It was bigger. It's too big. And then you'll notice the tail is not the same color as the rest of the plane. It used to be, but planes were flying overhead saying, commercial airliner down, commercial airliner down. So it looks like a plane wreck from overhead as well.